A federal jury has sided with the Knoxville Police Department in the shooting of Channara Tom, Philly Pheap in 2019. The family of the 33-year-old Knoxville man had filed a civil lawsuit, saying he shouldn't have been shot as he fled an officer who was investigating a misdemeanor. Attorneys for Pheap's family told the jury he was running away from KPD officer Dylan Williams after a scuffle when he was shot in the back. Williams has maintained he was in fear for his life after Pheap fired a taser at him. There were no eyewitnesses to the shooting and the police department did not have body-worn cameras at the time. In the end, the jury on September 14 did not find Williams liable for claims of excessive force and battery. Claims against the city and then-KPD Chief Eve Thomas for failure to train and supervise, wrongful death and negligence were dismissed shortly before the trial in Greeneville. We're grateful for the jury's time and attention, but obviously we are disappointed in the result, said attorneys Lance Baker and Joshua Hedrick, who had filed the $10 million wrongful death lawsuit on behalf of Pheap's family. We are evaluating the next step. Police Chief Paul Noel, who assumed command of KPD in June 2022 after Thomas retired, released a statement calling the circumstances of Pheap's shooting tragic, but reiterated that the use of force was reasonable given the exceptional position that Officer Williams was put in. Our department and Dylan are glad to have this behind us, Noel added. I am proud of how Dylan has carried himself and the support the members of our department have shown him since this incident occurred. The lawsuit accused Williams of using excessive force during the encounter with Channara Tom, Philly Pheap in the Clear Springs Apartments parking lot near Merchant Drive. It also alleged city leaders and police consistently failed to properly train and discipline officers who use force. Officer Williams's panic and lack of training unnecessarily escalated a routine investigation into a deadly one, the complaint said. Williams had gone to the apartment complex to look for a driver suspected of fleeing a traffic crash. The vehicle Williams was looking for was registered to a woman who lived in that complex. Williams saw Pheap, who was of Cambodian descent and lived in Knoxville with his young daughter, as he headed toward an apartment. In a matter of minutes, Pheap, who was unarmed, was dead in the parking lot, shot in the back. Williams stopped Pheap, the lawsuit said, even though he knew the registered owner of the car was a white woman. Pheap turned away when Williams tried to search him. Williams used a leg sweep maneuver to try to trip up Pheap, and grabbed him around his waist, the lawsuit said. The two wrestled. Pheap broke free and ran. What happened next was not caught on video. Knox County District Attorney Sharm Allen ruled Williams's use of deadly force was appropriate and legal. Allen has said Williams twice threatened to shock Pheap with his taser as he ran. Williams said Pheap turned around and put his hands in the air, only to lunge forward and grab the front of the taser. Williams said Pheap wrested the taser from his grasp as he tried and failed to free his police dog from the back seat of his cruiser. Pheap fired the taser at the officer, and Williams said he felt electricity in his arms and neck. Williams responded by firing 2 shots with his gun. The lawsuit alleged Williams fired those 2 shots from more than 13 yards away while Pheap was running and no longer a threat. Liz Keller is a public safety reporter. Email lkeller@knoxnews.com. Support strong local journalism by subscribing at knoxnews.com/subscribe.